Can you just tell us what place that was?
Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I get nervous with words too, Dax.
So, I don't know where to even. Way before, when I was a comedian who was still not funny, trying to figure it out, I would sit on Melissa's couch in Oakland and watch like Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations on the Travel Channel, and also other shows. But like, how do you get a show like that? Fast forward to the CNN show, I'm like, the only reason I will take a show here is because Tony Bourdain is here doing his show, and if he can do what he's doing, I can do what I'm doing, because he's the best at it. So I was a fan of his from back in the day when I didn't know I would ever have a show like that or follow his show on CNN. So when I got to go, I was really nervous, but I was trying to stay. I was like, okay, don't think you're gonna be friends. You're here to shoot a show. Don't try to be like buddy up to him. But from the very first moment I saw him at breakfast, he waved me over. We sat down. We drove everywhere around Nairobi in the car. We were talking about our kids. We were talking about like politics. He was all excited about his girlfriend's work she was doing with Me Too in Italy. And we were just like, so what you're seeing on the show is what I'm like, we were like becoming friends. And by the end, he's like, here's my number. When you're in New York, reach out to me. I was in New York a couple times, didn't reach out because I didn't want to be a guy who's like, hey man, I'm in New York. And now I realize I wish I had. But you're really seeing two, like I felt like we were beginning to form a friendship. And he was like, when am I gonna do your show? And so I had all these big ideas for what our show would be if he was in the United Shades. But it was one of the great like pleasures of my life was getting to know Tony for 11 days in Nairobi.
And what Kamau's not saying is that he tried to invite his mom Janet with him.
I did.
Yeah. And they were like, this isn't a genealogy show. Like,
that's true. I was like, can I bring my wife and my kids and my mom? They're like, no, we're making a TV show. Okay.
Well, thank you, Kelly.
Thank you. I appreciate you all.
Ooh, I'm suckering up high.
Am I allowed to talk on here?
Say what?
I don't know. Am I? Okay, they're giving me a microphone.
You're doing it perfect. What's your name?
I'm Chloe, by the way.
Stoli?
Chloe.
Chloe.
But with the C, not with the K.
All right.
Because it's with the C.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say hello. I love you, Monica. I love you, Dax. I love all two of you. All three of you. Sorry, all three of you. I just wanted to say, Monica, speak up, girl. Like, we want you to talk. I know you've got a lot to say.
What are you trying to fucking unionize my show? I knew I shouldn't have come to this bastion of left-wing bullshit. What is happening?
I was going to say compliments to Dax too, but I mean, Jesus, Monica, put him in his spot.
Well, I appreciate that. I also do in our aftermath, but I will say two things because a lot of people say that, and I appreciate it. Also,
Does it hurt your feelings? Does it hurt my feelings? Like I'm not.
no, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It just makes me. I'm learning to not have to say everything that comes in my brain. I think that's a good thing and not a bad thing. It's a hard thing to do, and restraint does not necessarily mean I'm like need to talk and I'm not talking. And yeah.
Well, I'm gonna add an element to that, which is unless the guest is a fan of the podcast, which only happens like 1 in 15 times, they don't even know Monica. They're meeting Monica for the first time. So this is a new person versus someone they know, so they're gearing a lot of it towards me. And so I think that's part of the dynamic. When we've had people on guests that are genuine fans of the show, they're much more engaging of Monica. And so I think it's hard, it's a challenge for her to decide who's inviting it and who's not. And it's not the easiest thing.
Yeah, we try to make it smooth and not be tons of interrupting. And I know that's not what's happening when I talk, but
he's producing your podcast at some point, right?
I've offered 25 times, let's do the Monica
we'll
podcast.
Have one. Yeah.
Monica for president.
Okay, Monica for president 2020.
I have another question. Can you do Lucifer's pizza?
Lucifer's.
I would love to. In fact, what were we watching today and I did it? There's a guy with a silly Australian hat on.
We went to an Italian restaurant, which was a big mistake. There was tons of Italian accents.
Yeah, I was using my Italian accent. Monica wanted to die. All right. Thank you for calling Lucifer's Pizza. For Melrose location, press 1. For appeal at this location, press 2.
Thank you. Okay, one more thing. Can you say hi to my friend Christy?
Hi, Christy.
Bye, Christy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'm gonna listen to you guys every day. I already do, but we both do, actually. Thank Christy.
She's taking the advice she gave you, Monica. Hi. Sweet overall skirt.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Noria, which is also kind of hard to pronounce. Like
Noria.
Yes.
That's a breeze compared to Kamau.
Nora, Gloria, and like anything. So I had like a few mini questions. So I'm actually a first-generation college student. This is actually a big week for me. I just got accepted into Loyola Marymount University and University of Southern California.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so my first like mini question is, what do you think is a better option for me? Because I'm stuck with
What do you want to go into?
I'm actually a communications major, but I'm really passionate about film and social change.
Okay.
So I wanted to do something like related to that.
They're both $1 billion a year, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
As a
No, I mean,
first-generation
to go there, it's $1 billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to UCLA, so I hate USC. So let's just.
Oh, I didn't get into UCLA, but that's my
But I guess film and television, obviously, USC seems to. There's a definite disproportionate amount of people that I work around that all went to USC. So
Yeah.
apparently, you get what you paid for, I guess.
Loyola Marymount's a very good film school too.
Yeah.
It's you should look into like the amount of people who go there or the amount of people that go there. I would look at like more personality and see if you fit in more with one or the other than the actual school because you're gonna get a similar education wherever you go.
I would say USC, I think, is the apex of Southern California in all the ways you probably don't like Southern California. Okay.
I actually, we just got approved for my first apartment in Beverly Hills, so it's a big
Oh.
week for me. So I'm moving down to LA this summer.
So communication / a Kardashian. Got it.
But as a first generation college student, I'm like there's like all this pressure on me, gotta be successful.
Well, I don't think you can mess up, and we wish you a ton of luck or either place. I don't think you can make a mistake.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, and then I have like another mini question. So I love.
Don't turn on an armchair.
Yeah, come on, guys, we're nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. I feel like everybody hates me. Okay. Yeah. So I love your podcast, and that's actually something I wanted to do. That's my dream to like be a part of a podcast or something like that. So just do you have any like advice? Like Monica's job, like I would love to have your job.
Yeah, you just do it. The barrier of entry of a podcast couldn't be smaller. You don't need a film crew. You need a microphone. You can do it. You can post to the internet. But the only thing stopping you from having a podcast is you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Good luck. Here we go.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel. That's Monica's best friend's name. Second best friend.
Kamau or Kamau?
Kamau.
I didn't even recognize it as my name. I was like, what's that?
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yes.
Canadian, all right, so I could say a boat. I could do a lot of embarrassing things with the moves, the maple leaves, losing all the time. It's Kamau or Kamau?
Kamau.
Kamau. Pa 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 um mau mau.
It's not important. We're never gonna talk again. You're talking to Megan.
Dax, hopefully we're not finished. So it's my birthday present is being here tonight. My best friend, Kristen, she's over there. She's
Kristen,
shy.
great birthday
She's not gonna
present.
stand up, but we're here. We listen to your podcast all the time.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, and my basic question is like, oh my God, how are you still married all this time and still having fun with small children and listening to your podcast and listening to the way
We're not at all. But these Samsung refrigerators aren't going to sell themselves.
So I actually sell advertising. That's my profession,
Kristen's a lesbian. I clearly want to fuck Kamau.
Give her my number.
Look, are you married? She has to ask her friend Kristen if she's married.
Legally, yes.
Legally, yes. Okay. Yeah. Look, we're not great at it. I think we've had a couple of great experts on. Esther Perel was amazing. John Gottman was amazing. It'd be great if marriage was this standalone thing that was unlike every other thing in life, which is it requires a shitload of work if you want something good out of it. For some reason, I thought this would be the easy thing, unlike working or getting an education or any of the things you end up being proud of. The thing requires the most amount of work, probably, of all of it. But I guess for me now, and I don't know how you feel with kids, the stakes are such that I owe that to these two little kids, even if I don't personally want it. So I need to wake up in the same house as my little girls, and whatever that's gonna take, I'm gonna do. I told Kristen, go crazy. I could walk into a gangbang, I'm still waking up in the house the next day. Like, you can't fuck your way out of this relationship.
I'm gonna go home and try that.
Please tweet us the results. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, number 5. Lucky number 5.
I'm Jackie, like Jackie announces.
Jackie.
And happy birthday.
Are drinks free tonight? What's going on?
I said this to you with John Gottman sent me an email saying he was on your show or whatever it is, the podcast. I'm like kind of obsessed with you. So like get in your brain.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, don't tell Kristen.
She doesn't listen, don't worry.
I thought Kristen was kind of an introvert, so I don't think she'd do 12 guys for people. That's not my question.
Okay.
Just my point. No, my question is really about your kids.
Okay, last question. Let's look. No. I'm telling them, not you.
Your kids, they share a room, and I was just curious as to why, because I have a 4.5-year-old, and I was just curious, hopefully one day another baby, but just as to why they share a room, because, yeah, just why.
Wait, why? I'm
Why do
sorry.
they share a
Why do
room?
you-
Why do they share a room?
Why have you made a personal decision about your kids?
Share a room.
I have an
Could have been in the attic.
So my wife is very wealthy. So I'm very nervous and scared that they'll grow up to be entitled pieces of shit. Because I grew up to be one and I was poor. Just imagine if I had money. So I think the more that they have to share, the more that they have to compromise, the more that they have to deal with each other and learn to navigate conflict and work their way out of it, the better people they'll be. So even if we have a room with 100 homes, those little bitches will be living together whether they like it or not. You guys, thank you so much.
So Boston's still got when you drink like this is the original recipe for Coke. Oh, it's sweeter and thicker. It's a sweeter, thicker racism in Boston.
That makes sense.
Like you go on YouTube and they go, this is how you make a Coke from 1920s.
Yeah.
That's Boston racism.
Yeah, it's authentic.
It's really authentic.
You can taste it in the sauce.
And the thing my mom hated is that even some of the black people are like there's a thing in Boston where every white person's like, well, my family came over in the Mayflower, but even the black people are like, well, my family was owned by people in the Mayflower. So there's it's a real confused, good for you?
Oh boy.
Nobody wants to tag that? Nobody wants to tag that?
You'll notice that I'll have about 3 in the chamber, and then I'll just quickly unload a few times tonight. Yeah. All that moving around, you're basically a military kid, which can result, in my opinion, in one of two things. You're probably super good at new situations.